What's going on, everybody? James here, RedemptionAgency.com, 21 years selling on eBay. And I just got done pulling, so I figured I'd run through this stuff real quick on a video for you guys. Everything was going good up until about 2 o'clock today, 2 o'clock, and then it kind of turned off. Where yesterday everything turned on at 2, so it's real weird that there's it'd be 12 noon in California time. Seems like there's a division line right there. But anyway, where are we at today thus far? Been pretty much at the same spot for a while now. I just hit $500 right before 5 o'clock. We're at $452. But I've been within that $50 range for the last 3 hours. So it just kind of shut off at 2 o'clock. So hopefully it'll click back on before the end of the night so I can get that number up. But let's go ahead and get through this stuff right quick. Figured it's been a minute and I just kind of piled it. It's kind of a mess right now, so forgive me if you will. Forgive me if you will. The picture. You and I engaged in a kiss. All right. So this is going to be a little sloppy. A little sloppy, but you know what they say. It's better when it's messy. Oh, or at least that's what I say anyway. All right. First up, we've got Born to Ride, Forced to Work t-shirt. Sold for $10. Love this beautiful common stuff. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Whoa. We've got a Timberland baseball cap. Sold for $10.50. I saw you up at the top. We got barbells and ponytails. Nice distressed cap here. Sold for $7. I was trying to keep you upstairs, mister. He hurt his leg and it's a little bit swollen, so I'm kind of watching it, trying to keep him from being too crazy. All right, let's see what we got. Hang on. Next up, I'm going way down on the bottom here. We got this Hogan Goff with a signature visor. I didn't know who it was. I couldn't figure it out, so I just listed it. But it sold for $20. Boom. We've got a TaylorMade TP5 baseball cap, snapback. Sold for $6. $6. We've got a little Van Halen, Best of Both Worlds. 2 CD set. It is 2 CDs. Where is it? Yeah. And that sold for $5. We've got a kids long sleeve Nike shirt. That sold for $10. $10.14 to be exact. We got Nat King Cole CD. That's a $3.88. $3.88 it is. Well, I thought that was right here. See you somewhere. All right, got a couple. All right, we got Icom hat. Not sure what it is. Didn't look it up, but it sold for $10. $10. All right, where's the hat I'm looking for? I know you're here. There we go. We got this faded bucket hat here, like a blue denim faded bucket hat. That sold for $9. $9. All right. We've got another K-Tel Records item. Cassette tape Spotlight, Commodores, Little River Band, Kenny Rogers, a bunch of various artists. Sold for $7. I got these. I found these in storage. I bought these. I used to buy retail arbitrage with Walgreens on their Halloween and Christmas stuff because I could get them for 90 cents basically. It would be 90% off. Plus, at the time, Jan worked there, so I got a discount on top of that. So it was 90 cents. So these have been in storage, and I probably got some more laying around also. But they bought both of these together for $14. 14. We got a Linda Ronstadt cassette, Love Me Tomorrow. This is going overseas, sold for $6. We've got a Nike visor, green in color, sold for $7. We got the South Carolina Gamecocks fitted hat. That sold for $10.50. Got this cool wool vintage Looney Tunes Acme hat, snapback. Very cool piece here. Love that. That sold for $25. Loves that piece. We got this cool trucker hat. Mid-America Soccer Classics from 1987. Very cool hat. That sold for $15. Last time I went to the bins, I got a bunch of Target Vineyard Vines stuff and listed it all. And two, I don't know if those sold or not. I sent a counter offer, so I don't think those sold. But this is the first one that sold. It's a button-up plaid long sleeve shirt, and that sold for $9.50. Got this Grave Boy hat, and that sold for $15. Next up, I just put this up. Got a Gap spell out tee. That sold for $10.50. Next up, we got I've been living on the edge of a broken heart. I don't want to fall. I don't want to crawl. The Vixen. Do you know their first hit, their first song was actually written by Richard Marx? Did you know that? And that would be Edge of a Broken Heart. Let's see if it breaks it down real quick. See if he wrote anything else on here. Edge of a Broken Heart, Richard Marx. And it looks like the only one that he wrote on here. But little tidbit of knowledge there. And this cassette sold for $4.20. And then when I worked in a music store, I remember getting stuff like this, and I like it, where they would do like a question thing before a new album comes out. They'd send the promos to the store, and they would be like, guess who it is? Guess what band it is? You could enter a contest to win something or whatever. And I know Europe, Prisoners in Paradise had one, that album. And then this is Quiet Riot's QR3, the first one without Kevin DuBrow when he was basically kicked out of the band. Paul Shortino, right? Yes, Paul Shortino sang on this, but it was a promo. Guess the band. Do you know the band? And this sold for $15. We've got this CC Exclusives wool hat here, and this sold for $8. Next up, we got the Blues. Got my Blues hat here, and I wonder why I didn't keep. I'm not big on green. That's probably why I didn't keep it. Fitted hat sold for $7.50. Next up, we got Agatha Christie's Marple DVD set. That sold for $5. Then we got a Mizzou hat. Sold for $8. Got these vintage gym pants here. I had them up for hire, but I took an offer early on them this morning just to kind of keep the sales rolling. Profile's a name brand. Sold for $7.50. And they got the cool design down the sides. So, old school gym pants there. Next up, we've got another Mizzou hat with sponge all of it from another hat. So Mizzou hat here. This one sold for $11.20. So next up, cassette single, Sounds of Blackness. That sold for $3.50. So not bad here. And every time I sell one of these, I'm going to kick myself, because when I was in the bins in Nashville, I didn't follow my instinct and grab all of these, and I should have. I probably left 100 of them behind. So this is the second one that sold. I got 6 more left. I could have 106 left, but I didn't. Always follow your instincts, kids. Always. $30. The last one I think was 25. So $55 already made on 2 of these, and I left 100 of them behind. Had to be 100, 50 to 100. Let's just say that. I don't know if it was 100. It was a lot. Let's just say that. A lot. I kicked myself, and I kicked myself for that. It makes me so sick just thinking about it. Samuel Adler cassette. That sold for $6. Don't ask me who that is. I have no idea. Ricky Skaggs CD. That's a country artist. I know that one. Sold for $5.60. The Carla Bly Big Band Goes to Church. The CD. That sold for $3.77. And last but not least, we got Carrollton Charitable Foundation. So we got the pink Digi Camo. If you're not aware what Digi Camo is, it's camouflage, but it has the square, like, pixelated look. So that's kind of like the Digi Camo. First time I remember seeing Digi Camo, I think was it on Desert Storm stuff, maybe, back in the day? I'm not sure there, but I'm not 100% on that. But Digi Camo is the pixelated camouflage look. D-I-G-I. Camo. All right, and that's going to Australia, sold for 10. So, bam. So I figured I'd do a little one. Nothing super great. A few nice ones in there. So hopefully these sales will kick back on. And I did at 2 o'clock also, when sales plummeted, I did start noticing errors. Well, this is embarrassing. Server issues, basically, things not loading. Well, this is embarrassing. Yeah, it's very embarrassing. So at 2 o'clock when the sales stopped, I did start noticing some site issues. So, and I hear a lot of you guys are still having the drafts disappear. So I started a new draft situation today where I'm trying it out to see if it's a new listing process I want to stick with. And what I'm doing is, when I grab an item, I just make a quick draft. I don't go into details. On this, I would just type Carrollton Charitable Foundation, Digicamo, save. And then when I come back to it, I'll fill in the details, fill in the price, put it aside, and or take the picture right then and there. So I'm trying a new strategy, since I had to change the way I look it up in my store anyway. I figured, let's see what else I can change and tweak, and see if there's another way I'd like to do it. I've always had this thought, and I've always thought about going this route, but I just never implemented it or tested it. So I'm in testing it, where just when it comes in, when I get it, I just go through it and make those quick drafts real quick, like almost like a processing of it. Goes real fast, real smooth, since I'm not looking up any details. I'm just typing in what it is right quick, not even all the time a full thing. So I'll when I go back in, I'll tweak the title. And then what I'm thinking, what the hope is, kind of 2 different reasons I'm doing it. The main one is so I'll stop favoring stuff. Like, I will put purses aside because I don't feel like doing purses. This way, if I get a purse and just type it in real quick, put in thing, I have to stay in an order when I go into the next round of details. So I'm kind of hoping I will stop nitpicking and picking this, and I'll have more flow of different items, just a various bunch of different items. So that is the main reason I'm doing this. And I already forgot the second reason I had on the top of my head. Oh my God. It's been one of those days. I've been like fudging up my words. What was the other reason, James? Kind of lost my thought here. So the main reason was to do that. There was another reason. Oh man, this sucks. Well, that stinks. I am not jogging my memory. But yeah, that is the biggest reason, is stop playing favoritism to certain things. Because I think that's one of the main things as a reseller. When you don't necessarily enjoy doing something, you kind of push it off to the side. And I do that with a lot of different things. Smalls, like I probably got 500 pens, different style pens, like those Dairy Queen pens I'd sell. Probably got a bucket of 500 of those, along with tons of other little smalls, purses I throw aside, shoes I kind of throw aside. So if I break it down into another step, it may force me to do it, and it may not seem as, daunting, or as, I don't really want to do it, not as fun. So it's kind of fun just making up the quick drafts, making it nice and neat on my shelving units. And instead of just stuff sitting up there that's basically just sitting there doing nothing, it's never been touched except since I put it up there. This way, I have to get through it, have to process it, have to get it listed. So being that I had to change anyway, I figured I would see if I could change things up, see if there was anything else to change up, and try the process. So I'm not putting no number on myself on the listings until I get everything flowing and see how it works, and see if I want to stick with it and what have you. So yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying the fact that I get every item is going straight into my hand, and I'm doing something with it. It's not just sitting there. So I like that. Anyway, I'll keep you updated on how it's working out, because I have to touch the item basically one more time now. So will it cause me to list a lot less? Or will it speed up the process, being I'm not dilly-dallying around as much, I don't know. We'll see. That's why it's a test, you see. And I'm been stalling, trying to think of that other reason, and I just lost it. So I appreciate everybody for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.